Ever pondered on the birthdate of the world's greatest playwright, William Shakespeare? Well, it's time to put that curiosity to rest. The Bard of Avon, as he is fondly known, was born on April 23, 1564. He hailed from the quaint town of Stratford upon Avon, a place brimming with history and charm nestled in the heart of England. This town, with its half-timbered houses and cobblestone streets, was the birthplace of a legend, and it would play a significant role in shaping his literary genius. Now let's talk about his family. Shakespeare was the third of 8 children born to John Shakespeare, a well-to-do glover and local politician, and Mary Arden, a member of the landed gentry. Their home, a substantial timbered house, was a testament to John's prosperous business and social standing. Now that we've covered where and when our story begins, let's delve into the young life of this literary icon. What do you think were the first steps of Shakespeare on his path to greatness? Picture a young William, growing up in the bustling market town of Stratford upon Avon. As the son of a prominent town official, he likely attended the local grammar school, where he would have been immersed in the classics, studying Latin and reading the works of ancient writers. Now, let's fast forward a bit. At the tender age of 18, Shakespeare took a major step in his personal life. He married Anne Hathaway, a woman 8 years his senior. This was not a typical match for the time, but then Shakespeare was never one to abide by convention. The couple went on to have 3 children, Susanna and twins Hamlet and Judith. Young, married, and with a growing family to support, Shakespeare found himself at a crossroads. It was time to choose a career and provide for his loved ones. Little did he know, he was on the precipice of a journey that would not only secure his family's future, but also leave an indelible mark on the world of literature. With a family to provide for, Shakespeare was on the verge of stepping into a world that would immortalize him. Have you ever wondered when Shakespeare began his illustrious career in literature? In the mid-1580s, a young man from Stratford upon Avon made a bold move. This man was our very own William Shakespeare. He left the comforts of his hometown and family behind to venture into the bustling city of London. It was here, amid the cobblestone streets and timbered buildings, that Shakespeare would embark on a journey of words and imagination. Shakespeare's entry into the world of playwriting and acting was not an overnight success. It was around 1585 when he first dipped his toes into the thriving theater scene of London. The city was a hub of culture and entertainment, and the theater was at its heart. But remember, this was a time when the competition was fierce. The stage was dominated by established playwrights like Thomas Kyd and Christopher Marlowe. Yet Shakespeare, with his innate talent and passion, managed to carve out a space for himself. He began by acting in various plays and slowly started writing his own. His early works, while not as famous as his later ones, were crucial stepping stones in his career. These included Henry VI and Richard III, plays that showcased his grasp of history and his ability to breathe life into characters. As he continued to write and act, Shakespeare's name began to echo in the corridors of the London theaters. He was gaining recognition not just for his compelling narratives, but also for his mastery over the English language. His plays were peppered with wit, romance, tragedy, and a keen understanding of human nature. It wasn't long before he was a recognized figure in the London theater scene, a promising playwright who had a way with words that was distinctly his own. Shakespeare's reputation was on the rise, and this was only the beginning. He had managed to create a solid foundation, one that would support the weight of his future masterpieces. His early career was marked by perseverance, talent, and a deep love for storytelling. And as his reputation soared, so did the complexity and depth of his works. What were the works that truly cemented Shakespeare's place in literary history? This question takes us to the period between 1590 and 1613, a time considered the peak of Shakespeare's career. It was during this time that the Bard penned some of his most famous works, pieces that would forever etch his name into the annals of literary greatness. In the early days of this period, we find the tragic tale of Romeo and Juliet, a story of star-crossed lovers that has become a timeless symbol of young, forbidden love. Shakespeare's words in this play still echo today, reminding us of the cost of hatred and the power of love. Then we encounter the brooding Prince of Denmark in Hamlet. With its iconic soliloquy, this play delves deep into themes of revenge, madness, and the existential questions that haunt us all. To be or not to be remains one of the most quoted lines in all literature, a testament to Shakespeare's profound understanding of the human condition. Following closely is the chilling tale of Macbeth, a gripping exploration of ambition and moral corruption. This play's haunting narrative and memorable characters have made it a staple in theaters across the globe. And who can forget King Lear? A heart-wrenching story of love, betrayal, and madness. It shows us the destructive power of pride and the heartbreaking consequences of folly. This tragedy, like many of Shakespeare's works, holds up a mirror to our own lives, forcing us to confront our deepest fears and desires. These were but a few of the works that defined Shakespeare's illustrious career. Each play, each sonnet, each line he wrote was a testament to his extraordinary talent and his profound understanding of human nature. His tales of love, tragedy, and human nature continue to resonate with us, centuries later. How did the final act of Shakespeare's life play out, you may wonder? Around the year 1613, after a career that had spanned nearly 3 decades, the Bard of Avon decided to take his final bow from the bustling London stage. Returning to the tranquility of his birthplace, Stratford upon Avon, Shakespeare spent his retirement years in relative peace. However, the curtain fell on this illustrious life all too soon. Shakespeare breathed his last on April 23, 1616, coincidentally, the same date as his birth. His passing, though, did not signify the end. Rather, it marked the beginning of an enduring legacy. His body of work, filled with profound wisdom, intricate plots, and complex characters, continues to be revered and studied even today. His plays and sonnets, translated into every major living language, are performed more often than those of any other playwright. William Shakespeare, a name synonymous with literary genius, continues to inspire and captivate us with his timeless works. His words, his stories, his characters, they all live on, transcending the boundaries of time and space.